go back to their normal state. Now, why can they do that? Because of the presence of certain contractile proteins that we call as actin and myosin. See, actin and myosin are the two contractile proteins that are found in the muscles. And because of the presence of actin and myosin, the muscles can contract and they can relax. Now, we had studied that the muscles, they are of three types depending upon the location where they are, depending upon the function that they perform. So we talked about the skeletal muscles. We know that these are the muscles that are also known as voluntary muscles. Now, why? Because these are the muscles that helps us to regulate anything on our own, right? We can regulate, we can do voluntary activities with the help of voluntary muscles. Now, these are the muscles that are attached to the bones, and these muscles are also known as the striated muscles. Now, why? Because it shows striped appearance. It has light and dark bands or striations on it. Now, the cells of these particular muscles, they are long, cylindrical, unbranched, and multinucleated. Okay, they are long cells, they are cylinder-like cells, they are unbranched, and they are multinucleated. So they are under our control. So we call it as the voluntary muscles. Then we had the smooth muscles, which are also known as the involuntary muscles. Now, these are not under our control. They are unstriated muscles. Now, talking about their shape, so they are spindle shaped, fusiform, and they have just one nucleus present. So they are uninucleated. Uni means one. Now, this is present in the iris of the eye, in the uterus, in the bronchi of lungs, meaning all those areas of the body which cannot be controlled or regulated by us. Lastly, there comes the cardiac muscles. So these are the muscles of the heart. Anything cardio, cardiac, that is related with the heart. So these are the muscles of our heart and they are involuntary, meaning not under our control. Now they are cylindrical, they are branched, and they are uninucleated. Actually, they are also multinucleated, not uninucleated. Meaning they like particularly have multiple nuclei present. So they are multinucleated. Now, obviously, the example is the heart because the cardiac muscles will be forming the heart. Any doubts up until now, students? All right. So these are the three muscles. I think we had completed the muscles, isn't it? Or like, did we not? Did we or did we not? Say
Ma'am, we did complete.
the whole entire thing, right? And what is the last line that you people wrote in your notebooks? Hmm? What is the last thing you people have written? Tell me. Any one of you, tell me. Because how would I know what you've written? You've not written anything.
Ma'am, we wrote the types of the cardiac
Only
muscles.
you still have to write cardiac muscles.
No, ma'am, I completed it.
Okay. All right. Now the next kind is the nervous tissue. Okay. Probably the last topic of this particular chapter, since we have done all the different kinds of tissues of animals. Now this is the last kind, that is the nervous tissue. Now the nervous tissue, it has all the functions related to a nervous system. Now the brain, the nerves, the spinal cord, all of these components of the body, they are made up of nervous tissues. Now one unit or the most functional unit of this nervous tissue is the neuron, which is also called as the nerve cell. And they are the functional, the structural unit of our nervous tissue. Now, the cells of the nervous tissue, they are highly specialized. Now, you might have noticed this one thing, that if you look at anything, if I show you anything, you will see it and then immediately you will understand what you are seeing. Like, it takes fractions of second for you to understand, right? Why? Because of how specialized and how accurate our nervous system is. So that is what it does. So our nervous system is highly specialized for being stimulated and then transmitting the stimulus very rapidly from one place to another. Like, for example, if I quickly show you something and take it away, your brain just takes that 1 or 2 seconds to form the image, and then you know what it was there, right? If I do a motion like this, you still can see it, right? And you can process it. What did you see? What did you see? Tell me. You saw nothing. What did you see? I mean, here, because of the background, also, you can't see it much. But if I show it like this, what did you see?
I'm a bottle.
It's a
Is
bottle,
it a
right?
bottle?
Yeah, it is. See, it is a bottle. Okay. So, by that, I'm meant to say that our nervous system is so highly specialized that even if you see something for 0.5 seconds also, then also your brain can interpret it and sort of tell you that, okay, this is what it should be. So, by this, I mean to say that no matter how slow or how fast the stimulus is, our brains can process it very easily. And that is because of the neurons, the nervous tissue. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Now, now, when we talk about the neurons, let us talk about the parts of a neuron, because that's very important to know. So, the neuron has three basic parts: cell body, axon, and dendrites. Cell body can also be called as a cyton. It contains a nucleus and a very dense cytoplasm. It contains a nucleus and a dense cytoplasm is present. Then comes the axon. The axon is the long single part that comes out of the neuron. For example, I'm drawing it here again. See, this particular part is the cyton. Okay. And in that, there is a proper nucleus present and it has a very thick cytoplasm. Okay. So this part is the cyton or the cell body. Then arising from the cyton, there are these branch-like structures which we call as the dendrites. Now, this whole entire long part is the axon that arises from the cell body, and later on the axon ends in the nerve ending. So these are the nerve endings. So this is how the structure of a neuron looks like. Now, this particular neuron is everything in terms of the impulse conduction, meaning if you feel something, the impulse is taken to the brain, and when the brain interprets it, then it is given back. So that is done by the neuron. And the length of the neuron is 1 meter. It is 1 meter long. Now, many nerve fibers, they bound together by connective tissue and make up one nerve. The signal which passes through these neurons or through the nerves, we call it as the nerve impulse. Just like how electrical impulse is there, just like how electricity passes through the wires, same way the nerves would pass, sorry, the nerve impulses would pass through the nerves, and that is what the signal that carries. Clear? Any doubts?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
All right. Students, what is the last line that you have written? Someone please read me the last line.
But it was the table, the types of
The
muscle.
types of muscles. Is there anyone who has left out any point from this particular chart or table? Any point, any example, anything that is left out? No?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Now you people can note this down.
Done, ma'am.
All of you are done, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, everyone, you can draw this diagram nice.
Done, ma'am.
All of you are done, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. Now moving forward, let us talk more about the particular nervous tissue. Now, see, the nerve impulses or the nervous tissue or the nervous system of our body is responsible for coordinating every single thing that is there in our body, right from the movement of muscles, right from the movement of digestive system, every single thing. So, the movement of muscles in the body is because of the nerve impulse only, meaning when you want to move, a nerve impulse is generated because of which we are or you are able to move. The nervous system and the muscular system are very coordinated along with the skeletal system. Along with the skeletal system, the whole entire muscle and nerves and skeletal system, they work in a very coordinated manner. Now, talking about the functions of the nervous system. So, it receives and transmits the stimulus very rapidly. Now, from where to where? So, from the receptors or the sense organs to up till the brain. It transfers that, and even in the spinal cord in the form of impulses. Impulse means information or it means signal. Now the message is interpreted by the brain and the response is sent to the muscle, and in with that response we produce certain kinds of movements in our body. So that is the function of the nervous tissue. Apart from that, it helps to regulate it helps to regulate the voluntary and involuntary muscles, meaning it's like sort of like a whole coordinated work that is performed by them. Clear, students? Any doubts up until now? Hmm? Yes or no?
No.
No, ma'am.
Okay. And with this, we have actually completed the chapter. So now you people can note it down.
Done, ma'am. Ma'am, done. Done, ma'am. I'm done.